It's great everyone's out again, and it's tremendously important that they are, as we know. I mean, we're still watching the most appalling things, and it's getting worse and worse, as May has explained, and as we've seen on TV. And we'll get still, politicians are doing nothing. I mean, words are fine, a little bit of a word here and a word there, but really, it needs to stop. We don't just want them to call for ceasefire, we want them to implement a ceasefire, and that's absolutely essential. And we know that it's quite simple. All that is necessary is to stop selling and sending the arms that Britain is sending, as well as the US, while sort of saying, oh dear, isn't it terrible? They are still sending the weapons. And the thing is, of course, these are war crimes. And they're war crimes that normally, we are told, our government's absolutely against. When Russia commits war crimes, they impose sanctions. When Israel commits war crimes, they send more weapons. So we don't, words are not enough. Words are just not enough. We want action, and we want it now. Now, they have a go at us for saying from the river to the sea. And what do we mean by that? Well, the thing is that the Israelis mean, when the Israelis say from the river to the sea, what they mean is an exclusive Jewish state from the river to the sea, without any Palestinians, just purely Jewish people. What we mean is a democratic, equal state where Jews, Palestinians and anybody else can live in freedom, in democracy and in equality. That means people can go back to, people have a right, who've lived there for centuries, have a right to return. It means that it's an end to the terror, to the horror, and to the idea that somehow there should be a pure exclusionary Jewish state. And of course, this is supported by our governments because Israel has a special role, and their role is to be the watchdog, the mad watchdog, quite frankly, in the Middle East, on behalf of the Western governments. What we call imperialism is about oil. We have seen COP28 that they have no intention of giving up on oil, and that's why they have no intention on stopping Israel. And that means we've got to do it. Now, the thing is that for quite a few years, there's been an attempt to shut down support for Palestine by saying it's anti-Semitic. Now, obviously, as a far-right nationalist ideology, which Zionism is, they insist they represent all Jews, which they do not, and they never have. And they've tried to push this. And the thing is, they have failed. The fact of the matter is, we are all out. We're on the demonstrations, the biggest demonstrations that we have seen since 2003. And we're going to keep going with those demonstrations. People have indicated they're coming on the 13th. I think there was a list going round of people to sign up for that. If you can do it on the WhatsApp group, please do. We need to get as many people as possible because we're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. Freedom of Palestine.
Freedom. Free Palestine.
In our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinians. In our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinians.